No. No. No, you can't steal my MR2. What the heck? What a freaking nightmare. Oh my God, I'm gonna go check my garage. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Is the car still here? Oh yeah. Woo. Thank gosh. The car's still here, man. That was the worst nightmare for me. Whew. She's still purring. She's sleeping like a princess. Woo. Okay. All right. Now I can go back to sleep. What a nightmare. Good morning, Internet. MR2 fans. Today's sort of like a very dreary day. But yeah, that intro about my MR2 being stolen nightmare, that actually happened. And this like happened about a year ago or something like that. But it was not a very good experience. But yeah, I was just like screaming, don't steal my MR2. Had to go double check my garage. But yeah, today's videos, I know it's been a long time since I made this video. Sort of like slacking a little bit. I lost my GoPro camera, so I'm recording on the phone itself. But this may be my last video because the car is up for sale. So what I'm going to do today is three parts. One is go over the car, and two is what I've done to the car for the past 8 years that I've owned it, and three is the conclusion of what I feel and how I feel about the car. So with further ado, let's get started. I always keep the car covered in the garage. Just make sure all the dust doesn't get on the car. All right, so before I cold start the engine, I'm gonna check my engine oil. Okay, check this engine oil level. Now the reason why I like to check the engine oil level when the car is cold is because I don't have to get burnt. I'm completely safe. All right, just for FYI, the car uses Castro Edge full synthetic 0W40. And from speaking with the previous owner, that's all the oil that it had from the beginning of its life. All right, let's check the oil level dipstick. And damn, that's pretty good. That is the full line. And it's right at the full line. And the color of the oil is real nice. It's not dark or brown or black. So the oil is good. All right, so the engine oil level is good. I only drive the car for 1,000 miles a year. And considering that, and I haven't had the need to top it off, that is a good sign. All right, let's go back up the car and bring the car out. All right, let's go start the car. This is going to be a cold start and starts up right first start immediately, and I love the startup, the sound of the MR2. Here we go. Oh my God, nice. Sounds very beautiful. Okay, so now the car's out. She's looking beautiful. Let's go over what the car is made of. So, first of all, this is a 1993 Turbo MR2. And it's got Grady body kits, the front lip, and then you got the side skirts. Grady side skirts. I love the that type of side skirt vent, air vent right there. I know the stock vent has a middle strip, and I like this type of vent where it's open. It looks a little bit more aggressive. So there's my side skirt. As you can see, if you look up closely, the side skirts on the bottom, it's a little worn out from the rock chips. But other than that, the side skirts looks pretty good. All right. And the tail wings, this is it looks like a 94 tail wing, but it's not. It is actually it's called calamari wing, and it's actually bigger than the 94. And I've looked at so many MR2s with this type of wings, and mine is far bigger. And the reason why I can tell is because of the antenna right here. I've never seen a 94 wing that far over on the tail wing over the antenna. So because this is larger, they made an exception for the tail wing and made it go around the antenna. So I like it. It's bigger and it looks much more aggressive. So I got the Grady body kits, front lip, side skirt, air vents. That looks pretty good. T-top. Let's look at the exhaust. This is a 3.5 catback exhaust. I know good and well this is not a Burke exhaust. That stupid train's bothering me on my sound. But It may be eBay exhaust. I'm not quite sure what exhaust it is, but it still sounds good and sounds aggressive. Okay. It's got the 93 tail lights. It's not the kooky tail lights that everybody wants, but it looks good to me. The tail lights are tinted, as you can see, which is pretty good. I've also tinted the T-tops, so I have no need for shades. And the stock suspensions on this car, it's not on coilovers, it's on stock springs. And it does have power steering. All right. If we look at the engine component, if we look at the engine, this is a stock 3S GTE 2nd gen. So I haven't done much with the engine except change the oil. It does have a small little oil leak here and then. There is no mass airflow sensor. Again, this is a 2nd gen. There's no mass airflow sensor because we have a HKS vane pressure converter, and that actually controls the richness of the fuel or lean of the fuel. All right, she's looking nice. Look at that. I just love the MR2 for a 2-seater. It's perfect. All right, so let's see what I've done to the car since I've had it for 8 years. 8 years is a long time, but I still love this car. But Josh, I know you're watching. I'm sure you take good care of it. All right, so let's go over what I've done with the car for the past 8 years. Maybe it's minor, it's nothing major. All right, so first thing is the graded lip. I've had an arrow wear on there, and I've replaced it with a graded lip. Graded lip is a much more nicer looking and aggressive, and it's looking nice. The windshield wipers, they were pretty much rusted out. I had to sand it down, restore it, paint it, and the windshield wiper arms is looking pretty good. Fog lights. There were no fog lights on this car when I got it. It was taken out for some reason. I put it back. However, I didn't put the wires for the fog lights, so this is for aesthetic looking. It does look good. I don't drive it at night anyway. But hooking up the fog light shouldn't be a problem. Just wiring. It does have fog light switching in the car. So all you had to do is connect the wires. I've got show lights on here, the LEDs on the bottom in the front of the car. Those are LED lights. And they come on for show times or car shows. And I like it because it's really, you can't really tell. So unless you take a look at it really close, you don't even see it. Yeah. T-tops. Let's go take a look at T-tops. I'm just going to set this on the chair for now. I replaced the T-top seals, brand new. So there is no leakage in the T-tops. The rubber is brand new. All the way down to the seals over here. Over here. So in terms of T-tops, the seal has been replaced. The T-tops I have right here, as I said before, the T-top is tinted, and that's the best thing I've ever done. Because the T-top, tinted T-top, looks good, and it keeps the sunlight out. So T-tops is done it, and it's tinted. Replaced the window controllers. This whole unit right here, it was loose. Got that replaced. Stereo unit, double ding stereo. It could use some new speakers, but it's good enough for now. Let's see, what else? Tachometer, yeah, tachometer. Right there, tachometer. And if you look at the mileage, real close, 306,000 miles, original. Tachometer, about a couple years ago, it died on me. It was working, it died, but now I got it replaced. What you need to do is take apart the console, replace the capacitors, and now it's back to normal. Shift knob cover, I'll replace that. Nothing special, but it looks much better than it was before because it was cracking. Wheels, I've got 255 in the back, and if I go to the front, I've got 205 in the front. The rim is Vortex Inke. I've powder coated them. Looks much better. The brake calipers, I've painted those as well. And that's basically it. That's basically it for what I've done with the car for the 8 years. Now, one major issue that I had with the car while I had it, or while I still have it, is the fuel. I had some fuel issues last year, and I made a video, I don't know if you guys saw it, where I would start the car and the car would immediately die. It wouldn't keep idle. So in thinking the fuel pump was the issue, I dropped the fuel pump and replaced it with the Wallbro 255 fuel pump, and had the same issue. Start the car and it would die immediately. Come to find out, it was an ECU problem. Some of the capacitors were on the ECU burnt out, and so I replaced the ECU, and now the car is back running fine and great. Now let's go over what's wrong with the car, the issues, concerns that many people want to know, because when you're buying an MR2 that's 30 years old, don't expect it to be 100% excellent condition, because it is 30 years old and it has some issues. You just got to find them. And hopefully the owner will tell you. But I'm going to tell you all that's wrong with my car. All right, first of all, oil leak. MR2 is famous for oil leaks. Hopefully it's nothing major. They tend to leak oil, and in my case, it doesn't leak oil as much as I thought it did. It does drop here and there, and I'll show you in a later video how much it leaks. I'm going to take the car out, get it fueled up, then bring it back and see if it leaks any oil. Alright, so it leaks oil, it burns a little bit of oil. It does have some blue smoke coming out sometimes. And in those situations, if you just rev it up a little bit, it'll clear itself out. Alright, the window gap. As I said, I replaced the T-top seals on this car. So that's not the issue. Is when you close the car, there is a small, slight issue with the window not closing flush with the seal. And so when it rains, when you do a car wash, you gotta be a little careful, because it will drop water here and there. Like for instance, that is flush, that is tight. But then when you come right up here, that window closure is not tight. But it's okay for me, because I don't drive it in the rain. I take it to a car wash. I can wash the car myself. And it doesn't leak here on the side. It just leaks at the top of the window. So let's go look at the other side of the passenger window. And right about here, that's about the same thing. But as soon as when you get here, it's flush. That is tight. And from what I've heard, what I've read, is there is a, if you go inside the door panel, you can actually adjust the window and how much it can flex and be tight with. But I just haven't had the opportunity or the willingness to take that door out and clean and adjust it myself. But I know it can be done. So that's very little minor issues. All right, let's go. The other issue is the window controller. You gotta find a sweet spot when you do controlling the window. Let me show you for example. Sometimes if you don't find that sweet spot of contact, the window won't go up and down. But let's check this out. Let me start it up. No checking in the light. Tachometer's working. Alright, window. Let's check the window. If I bring it down, the window comes down. If I bring it up, see, I'm pulling it, it doesn't come up. But I know if I find that sweet spot right there, it comes up. Again, bring it down, it's not a problem. But you gotta find the sweet spot when it comes back up. So if I pull it up, oh, it broke that time. See it? I'm pulling it, but it's not pulling, it's not going up. But there's a sweet spot. If I pull it just the right way, it comes up. I'm probably not pulling up completely, that's why. So let me bring it down again. Pull it up completely. Oh, there you go. So I just found that out. So when you bring down the window, bring it up completely. Oh yeah, nice. I just haven't pulled it up completely. All right. She's revving. other issue is a speedometer. It's not 100% accurate. It's actually about 5 miles below what it's supposed to be. So when you're going 40 miles per hour on the speedometer, you're actually going 45. So just got to put that into consideration when you drive the car. The other issue is the gas gauge. It is a known factor and a common cause of the MR2's concerns that when you fill up, it doesn't fill up 100% of the top at the top. So I'm going to show you an example of the speedometer and the fuel gauge, because I'm going to go fill it up and then we'll test it out. But it's not going to show full. It'll show top of the full, but not completely full. What else? Let me turn the car off. I've got a dual turbo timer, so it'll shut off at 1 minute. Turn that off manually. Alright. The frunk, yeah, the frunk. Pull that frunk off. Of course, you saw me pull that frunk off. However, the trunk has not opened up, or the frunk has not opened up. Alright, so the front latch has been pulled and it's open, but the actual front has not lifted up. I see a little bit of raindrops coming in, so I better hurry up. But to get past the front open latch hood, all I do is take a small little screwdriver and a hand towel, and I put it between the opening here, because I don't want to damage the paint. So just put it in, put it up, and the car front comes open. So that's one of the quirks about the MR2. Now, but it does shut tightly. So just drop it, and it's flush. It's tight, so it doesn't open. Again, that's one of the quirks. Minor issue. So you gotta use a screwdriver with this towel, pop it up, so you don't damage the paint. All right, so that takes care of the front issue, which is very minor. The other issue is any dents on the car. The only dents that's noticeable is, let me show you, right there. I don't know if you can see that. There's a small indentation dent right there, but you got to look at it real closely. Right, can you see it? Right there. But that is the only dent on the car. There is a smaller issue here. I don't know if you can see that, but that hasn't grown, so it has not expanded, so which is good news. But other than that, there is no other dents on the car. It looks pretty good. The overall condition of the paint is, on camera it looks good, but it could use some paint on the bumper right here. And if you look real closely, you can see some of the small little tiny rock chips here and there. Small little tiny rock chips. And that's about it. Yeah, just the front bumper could use a slightly retouch or repainted. I love these smoke lights. Other than that, the paint overall looks good. It's in absolutely good condition. The other issue, the antenna. The motor actually itself on the antenna works fine. Just the antenna, it doesn't work. I pulled it off. And I was trying to fix it, and it was very, maybe I'm being stupid or something, but I couldn't get it to work completely. It'll go up, stop, and so having to stop sort of bothered me, so I just completely unpowered it, just kept it down, and just left it at that. But yeah, the other thing, last and final issue of the car that I know of is the seat. The seat looks to be in great condition. Let me turn the camera around. There's my seat. It does have a slight split here. That's all there is. Same thing for the passenger side, but there is a small little slit on the driver's side. The good news is it's been like that for 8 years. So it hasn't expanded. It's got a little worn out where, you know, when you're coming in and out of the car, this gets worn out because your hip rubs that going in and out. The wear and tear on the seat belt. Steering wheel. I put a sparkle steering wheel in there. I do have the stock steering wheel to go. And the horn is not working. This is the horn wire, and there's no connection to that, so I took the horn off. Last and final issue is, let me take the camera out, is the air conditioner. There is no air conditioner. I haven't had a need for an air conditioner because I normally take the top off. And to tell you the truth, I never turned on the air conditioner. And so this is going to be the very first. Let's try it out. Alright, let's try it out. Air conditioning, first time in 8 years. I just turned it on. AC. It's blowing. I don't feel the cold air. I mean, it's cool. I don't feel cold air. But it's definitely blowing. It's blowing. I'm sure I turned it on. That is the AC, right? I've never tried this. I had never had a need. T-tops is your best friend. But yeah, it's blowing, but it's not cold air. So it probably need a recharge, I'm thinking. It's not warm air, it's cool air. But then again, outside air is cool too. So that's a minor issue. Oh yeah, let me turn it off. Yeah, like I said, never had a need for AC. T-top's gonna be best friend, and because it's tinted, it'll keep your head cool. with all the minor issues with the car, just look at that car. What do you not like about that car? That is a one beautiful car. Just a style. 1990s Japanese classics. T-tops. T-top was the best thing I've done tinted it. Had the fog lights for an aggressive look. Just the look of it. That is one beautiful car. Yeah, the plan was to take the MR2 for a drive, fill up the gas tank, but it's starting to rain. Yeah, rain is not a good friend for MR2. And I never drive the car in the rain. But yeah, that's basically the conclusion of the video. The car is going to go up for sale, maybe, depending on the buyer. But I do love the car. I had it for 8 years. Has been reliable, and maybe it's just time to move on, but we'll see. But yeah, if you're buying an MR2, look for those issues. The issues that I have is very minor, and you just gotta know that it's a 30-year-old car and it needs some love and attention, and hopefully it'll give more love for you than repairs. Lucky for me, that's all I had with the car since I've owned the car for 8 years. And the car's been beautiful. It's very beautiful. 1990s Japanese classic. You don't see those cars on the road anymore. And if you do, you're breaking your neck. It's like, what? I get a lot of compliments. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and hopefully we'll talk again next time soon. Talk to you later. Bye.